Hello, in this video I am going to explain on text functions in MS Excel. We have 17 text functions: trim, lower, proper, upper, concatenate, etc. Let's see in detail with an examples. First one is trim. The function trim removes duplicate spaces and spaces at the start or mid or end of a text string. Now let's see with an example. Here I have put two texts like good morning and good evening. So in good morning you can see that there is a multiple space in between good and morning. And in good evening also there is a multiple space in front of the word good, and also multiple space in between good and evening. So to remove the spaces, the unwanted spaces or the multiple spaces in between a word or in front of a word or at the end of a word, if we want to remove that spaces, then we can use trim function. So with the function that I put on formula bar here, you can see that I trimmed the multiple spaces of K4, that is good morning. The spaces in between good and morning will be removed or trimmed by the function trim, and it will result like this: good morning. So it will keep a single space in between the words, because in general a single space between word means that a first word ends and the second word begins. So like this it trimmed the multiple spaces in between good and morning. So what about the next one? There is a multiple space in front of the word good and also multiple space in between good and evening. So the trim function should remove these multiple spaces in front of good and also should remove the multiple spaces in between good and evening, right? So this is what happened here also. Equals trim of M4. M4 is, as you can see the cell name here, name box. In name box you can see the cell name. So I put trim of M4 here. So it refers for this particular cell. So it trimmed the multiple spaces in front of the word good and also multiple spaces in between good and evening. Okay. So this resulted with a decent good evening without any unwanted spaces. So this is what trim function do. It removes all the unwanted spaces at the start or in the mid or at the end of a string. Next function is lower. Lower converts all characters in a supplied string to lower case. That means it will convert all capital letters into small letter. So I passed this string as along with the function lower. So as you can see the function over here equals lower of K3. K3 is this cell. So here H is in capital letter, the remaining letters are in small letter. So since we use the function lower, it will convert all the capital letters into small letters, and small letters remain like that itself. So it will convert the capital letter H into small letter, and remaining will remain the same, hello, like this. Okay. So the next function is proper. Proper converts all characters in a supplied text string to proper case. That means it will do capitalize at the starting of each word. That means the first letter of each word will be capitalized and the remaining letters will be in small letter. So as you can see that I passed K4 to make a proper. Okay, so K4 is this, good morning. So it capitalized the first letters of each word. And as you can see that there is a multiple space in between good and morning also. The proper function will not remove that spaces. If you want to remove that spaces in between good and morning, you have to nest the trim function within the proper function. So I modified this proper function with this function. So as you can see, the new function or the updated function in formula bar, proper of trim of K4. So what this function will do? It will trim the spaces in between good and morning, and also it will convert the cases into proper case. Okay. So the next one is upper. So what does the function upper do? It does converts all characters into supplied text string to uppercase. That means it converts all the lower cases into capital letters. So here I passed the same string hello along with upper function also. So it converted all the letters into capital letter. So as you can see that the hello, in hello, the first letter is only in capital letter, the remaining letters are in small letter. So when we put this cell value in the function upper, it will convert all the small letters into capital letter, and capital letter remain the same. So it converted all the letters into capital letter. So let's come to the next function, concatenate. Concatenate joins together two or more text strings. So and this function is available till 2016. From 2019 onwards, the function concatenate, instead of using the function concatenate, it replaced by concat function. Okay, it replaced by concat function. So in if your MS Office in 2019 version, then you will not get a function like concatenate. You will get in spite of concatenate, you will get concat as function to join two strings together. Okay, so let's see how it works. So here I am going to concatenate the first word hello along with good morning. So as you can see that I passed like this. Wait a second. Yeah, like this. I am going to concatenate hello and good morning. You can see here also which are the texts or which are the cell values that I am going to concatenate. So when I press enter, as you can see that there is no space in between the first word and the second word. That means there is no space between the K3 and K4. So if I need to put space in between, I need to specifically tells there should kept a space in between K3 and K4 using double quotes, space, double quotes. So I put or I modified the concatenate function like this, equals concatenate the first word cell value, comma, double quotes, space, double quotes, comma, K4. Now you can see that there is a space in between the first word and the second word. And also you should notice that the trim function is also not processed here, right? There is a multiple space in between good morning. So while we concatenate, we can also use trim as nested function. So I modified the concatenate function like this also, equals concatenate the first cell value, comma, double quotes open, space, double quotes, comma, trim of K4, since the K4 contains good morning value, and in good morning there is a multiple space in between good and morning. So I am going to trim this multiple spaces of good morning. So I used trim on K4. Then I put enter. You can see that hello, single space, good, single space, morning. So this is how we can use concatenate function. So concatenate function is used to join two or more strings. Okay. So next function is left. Left returns a specified number of characters from the start. Please note, start of a supplied text string. So left will count from start. Okay, the left will count from start. So as you can see that there are two arguments which we have to pass along with left function. What are they? First one is text, comma, number of characters you have to return. So I selected the word hello, and I also displayed the indexing of hello also here. As you can see that H is in the first index, E is in the second index, L is in the third index, next L is in the fourth index, and O is in the fifth index. So like this, I referred K3 as my text value along with left function, comma, the number of characters is 2. So I need starting two letters, that is he, H-E. So it will return he as output. Got it? So left function is used to return the first few letters. Then next is mid. Mid returns a specified number of characters from the middle of a string. Since it returns the middle portion of a word or middle substring of a string, you have to pass a lower limit. That means a starting index. Okay, so along with the mid function, there are 3 arguments, and you should notice that in left function there was only 2 arguments, but in mid function you will have to pass 3 arguments. So what are they? First one is text value. Like left function we have to pass the text value. Second is start num. Start num means from which position you have to filter the substring. Okay, starting index of the substring. So our main string is hello, and the substring is we are going to create using the mid function. So we have to pass the starting index of our substring. So here I put 2 as my starting index. So from E, you can see the indexing here. So from E it will start the substring of hello. Okay, from E, then the third argument is number of characters. How many characters you have to return? So I passed 4. Okay, that means from E, 1, 2, 3, 4 characters I have to return. So this function will return ELLO. Let's see the output here. See, the output is here, ELLO. Okay. So if I passed number of characters as 3, then it will return ELL. See. So the last argument should be the number of characters you have to return, not the end index. Okay. You will have a confusion that the arguments of mid function, since the second argument is start num, you might have a confusion that last argument would be a end num, but it is not. It is the number of characters you have to return. So let's move on to the next function, write. Write returns a specified number of characters from the end of a supplied text string. So it is just entirely opposite of left function, where left returns the starting and right returns the ending. Okay, so this is the case of left, and for right it will be in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is the indexing of right function. Okay, since it is just opposite to left function, it will start the indexing of H as the last and O as the first. So as you can see that using the right function you have to pass two arguments similar like left. First one is text function, the second argument is number of characters. So here also I passed hello as my text value and the number of characters is 3. Since the right function returns the number of characters from the end, it will count it from end, that is 1, 2, 3. So it will return LLO. Okay. So this would be the output LLO. You can see here also LLO. Okay. So this is it about left, mid and right. Let's move on to the next function, repeat, R-E-P-T. Please note there is not a full name for repeat, only REPT is the function name, but it should be read as repeat. Okay. So repeat returns a string consisting of a supply text string repeat a specified number of times, which means that you have to specify the number of times a particular word should be repeated. Like in max we will say like 1 square, 2 cube, 2 raised to 5, like this, no? So what do you mean by 2 raised to 5? Repeat 2 5 times. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Like that. We can also repeat a particular text in a number of times. So you can use the function REPT. In that function you have to pass first argument as text, then the number of times you have to repeat that particular text. So here I selected the word hello and I want to repeat it 3 times. So it will display as hello, hello, hello. So there is the output hello, hello, hello. So what's the next function? Text. So there is a text function under text function. Don't be confused about while you're writing your exams. If I asked for text function in text function, you have to explain only about this text function. If the questions like explain different types of text functions or explain text functions in MS Excel, then you have to explain with these kind of functions also along with text function. Okay. So what is text function refers to? It refers to convert numbers to text within a spreadsheet. That is, it will convert all the number values into a string. So as you can see that there is a number value which is a date, and I shown this date using the formula today. So when we use today function, it will return the date of today. Okay. So it returned the date of today, and you can see that this is a number, right? 24062020 are numbers. So I will convert this number cell into a string cell or string value, and the string value is in a customized format also. So as you can see that the text function has also 2 arguments like value as first argument, comma, format text, in which format you have to customize that particular cell value. That is, you have to specifically tell as the second argument. So here I want to customize my date like dd hyphen mm hyphen as like this. That means dd, instead of hyphen I need a single space, then mmm, the first 3 letters of month, comma yy. So it output like this, 24 June 2020. Okay. So text function is used to convert a numerical cell value into a string value. So next function is len. len returns the length of a supplied text string. So it will return the number of characters in a particular string. So I found the length of this hello hello hello. So equals length of B9. It returned the length of or the number of characters in that particular cell. So it returned 4. Next, move on to the very important function find. Find returns the position of supplied character or text string from within a supplied text string, which is also a case sensitive. Okay. So be careful about while passing the arguments. It is a case sensitive. If you used small letters within that string, you should use small letter. If you used capital letter, then you have to use capital letter also. So it is case sensitive. Okay, that is why we have to match with exact cases of a particular text value. So find has also arguments like this: find text comma, within text comma, start num, where start num is an optional one, which is not mandatorily you have to put. Okay, so here I passed to find out the starting index of the letters LO. Okay. Instead of that, I am just illustrating with a single letter here. So when I passed find L of K3, so K3, as you can see that it is the word hello, and you can see the indexing also here. H refers to the first index, E refers to the second index, L third, L 4, O 5. So when I passed L K3, the output should be 3, because the MS Excel will visit letter by letter and it will return the first occurrence of the find text value. Okay, so here the first occurrence of L is in third index, so it should return 3 as output. Yes, it returned 3 as output. But when I put LO here, the output will be different. It returned 4. Why? Because it will compare first letter with LO. It will check whether H is equal to LO. Is it? No, right? So it will omit. Next index E, whether E is equal to LO. It is also not. So this will also omit. Next is L. L is equal to LO. It is partially correct, right? So the index of 3, this L will be queued. That means it will be temporarily saved in a buffer or a memory. So 3 will be queued, and it will check for the next letter whether is it O or not. So it will check for O. It is not. Then the third index which we queued just before, no, it will be omitted from the buffer. Then it will check, it already visited the next index, right? It is an L. So this 4 will be buffered in a memory, in a temporary memory. So the 4 will be queued in a buffer. Then it will check for the next letter. Is it O or not? Yes, it is O. So the 4 will be returned. This is how the Excel finds the indexing position of a particular letter or a string. Okay, if we passed a single letter, it will return the first occurrence of that particular letter. If we passed a text or a string, it will check whether character by character whether all the letters in that particular find text matched or not. Then the starting index of that particular find text will be returned. Okay, so our find text was LO. So the first occurrence of LO was from the fourth index. So it returned 4 as output. This find function, I already told that find function is case sensitive. So when I passed LO is in capital letter, it returned an error, hash value error. You already learned about these kind of errors, right? Since the find function is a case sensitive, you should use the same case within the find text also. Whatever the case is used in the text here, should be same as here also. So if it is in small letter, here also should be in small letter. If it is in capital letter, it should be in capital letter also. Okay, that is why it says that find is case sensitive. So what is search? Search is also same as find, but the main difference between find and search is find is case sensitive and search is case insensitive. So when we passed uppercase in find, it returned an error value, right? But here when we passed small letter or a capital letter or mixture of small or capital letter, it won't return any error because the search function is case insensitive. Okay, so as same as find function, we should use the search function also, but there is a relaxation in the case. You can use whatever the case. If the word is in capital letter, you can use small letter in search, or you can use capital letter in search also, but it is not acceptable in find function. Okay. The next is exact. Exact function test if two supplied text string are exactly the same, and if so returns true, otherwise returns false. This is also case sensitive. So exact will check whether the particular cell values are similar or not. So here I passed three cell values like me, mine. So in the first case I checked or I compared with K6 and L6, that is me in K6 and me in L6. So it checks for is there any exact match between me and me? Yes, it is. So it returned true. Suppose if I changed this as like this, it returned false because exact function is also case sensitive. Okay. So when I change this, it will return true. So and then it checks with L6 and M6, that is this me and mine. Okay. So it's obvious that me and mine is not exact, not similar. So it returned false. Next is T. T function tests whether a supplied value is text, and if so returns the supplied text, if not returns an empty string. So as you can see that here I checked T of K6. K6 means this. Is it a text value or not? Me is a text value, right? So it returned that text value itself. It returned me. But when I passed here equals T of L2, L2 is a number, it's a number value, right? So it is not a text value. So it returned an empty string. So that is why it is blank. But I have used a formula here also. Okay. So equals T of L2. Since L2 occupies with a number value, it returned an empty string. So T will return the output if and only if the argument value consists or comprised with text value only, else it will return an empty string. Okay. Next is replace. Replace all or part of a text string with another string. So here I used M6, that is mine. I am going to replace this mine, the word mine, into mining. So I used replace function. So replace function also have 4 arguments. First one is old text, that is mine, comma start num. Start num means from where should I replace this value? Is it from the beginning or the second index or the third index or the fourth index and so on. So in my case I need to replace from the fourth index. So I passed start num as 4. Then the next argument is number of characters you wish to replace. So I just need to replace E only, right? Because my replacing term is mining, that is MINING. So I don't need to remove all the letters of mine, I just need to replace E only. So I put 1, only one number of characters need to be replaced. So 1 as number of characters, then I have to pass with what term you have to replace. So it is ing. So this formula means that in M6 from the 4th index I just need to remove one letter from that M6 and place this ing in that position. So it changed mine to mining, and you can see the result here. Okay, the last function of text function, substitute, substitutes all occurrences of a search text string within an original text string with the supplied replacement text. So here I have PR1, ML1, T1. So I substitute PR as project. Okay, only I just replaced. So the major difference between replace and substitute is replaces from a particular position to another position, okay, or to the number of characters. But substitute is substituting a complete string into another string. Okay, it never asks for a starting index or how many number of characters you want to replace, something like that. It will not ask for that. So this is the major difference between replace and substitute. So I just need to replace, or I just need to substitute PR as project. Okay. So we can also use business information system as BIS, right? We substituted business information system into BIS. Like this, I just need to substitute PR as project of in this text. So substitute, first one is the text value, that is here. The second is all the text. So what is the text that you want to substitute? What was the text that you want to substitute? So that is the PR. And what is the new text you want to substitute? So you have to pass this project. Instance num is the occurrence of old text you want to replace. It is optional also. You can omit that option also. So it will substitute PR as project. So as you can see that here, now PR is substituted with project 1, ML1, T1. Okay. And if you want to change PR, ML and T also, then you have to use nested substitute function like this. As you can see that there is a nested function of substitute. Okay. Substitute within a substitute within a substitute. So equal substitute, substitute, substitute. So I need to substitute PR as project, ML as milestone, T as task. So I need 3 substitutes. So I put 3 substitute nested functions here. Then from the first substitution, I just need to pass the text value single time. Okay, I just need to pass only the first time, or a single time I need to pass the text value, that is M7. Then PR should be replaced by project, bracket close. First substitution is over, comma. Second substitution, old text, comma, new text, bracket close, comma. The last substitution, old text of last substitution, comma, new text of last substitution. And you should make sure that there is a space in between the new text of double quotes. So I keeping here a single space after the new text substitution of each substitution in this function. So after I type project, I simply click a space bar, then I put double quotes. And here also, after I typed milestone, I simply clicked on space bar, then I put double quotes. Then after typing task also, I put a single space bar, then double quotes close. So you should make sure that there is a space, that there you put a space after each new text substitution, okay, before you close the double quotes. So in this manner you can change the multiple substitution of multiple words. Okay, so here comes the end of text function. I hope you all got an idea on these 17 text functions. We also have few more text functions, but this is the most common text functions that we might have to use. So that is why I explained and illustrated with examples of these functions. Now I am giving you a task for the next live session. Find out the similarities and dissimilarities of the following. First one is find and search function. Second one is replace and substitute. Please make a note on these two questions, and while we having a live session, I will ask you to present the similarities or dissimilarities or both of these two or one question. Okay, then you should have a provided note on these questions also. So thank you so much. Don't forget to make a description on this activity. Please Google it, search it, all the similarities and dissimilarities of these two questions, and get thorough with these functions also.